person that's planning on bringing down all of civilization. He says that he'll end the war in Iraq if we all convert to his brand of Islam. Well, that's not going to happen. We're instead going to win the war of Iraq by supporting the troop surge, being successful there, and ultimately bringing our troops home. We're going to win this battle against violent jihad throughout the world by helping Muslims reject the extreme. We got other challenges too, not just that challenge. We've got our own problems. We're spending too much money in Washington. We're using too much oil. We should be energy independent. We could be energy independent if we get serious about our renewable fuels, biodiesel, biofuel, as well as nuclear power, liquefied coal, and other sources. So we're going to have to deal with our own problems at home. Our schools need to be improved, and our healthcare system. I'd ask for a show of hands, but I won't, about how many people have health insurance or don't have health insurance. My guess is a lot of folks here don't have health insurance. That's not good for you if you get sick. And it's not good for everybody else, because if you get sick and you have to go to the emergency room, guess who's going to pay for it? Everybody else who has insurance. All the taxpayers are paying for it. So I want to make sure we find a way to get health care costs down for our citizens and get all the people in this country insured with health insurance. And we can do that. Now, I think America's going to face some tough decisions. Which way are we going to turn? We're going to take a sharp left turn and follow Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama and John Edwards into their pathway of big government and big taxes and big brother? Or are we going to stay true to the principles that have built the Republican Party and in some respects built our nation? Principles based upon a philosophy of strength. I believe that America is the nation it is because we have had a strong military and a strong and leading economy, and because we have strong families. If you ask me, by the way, what's the most important single thing that goes on in this country for our future, it's the work that goes on within the four walls of the American home. And if we want to have a bright future, we want to strengthen the homes of America and the values of America. And there are a lot of ways to do that. We were just talking, I was talking to a young woman over there who said, we got to get pornography off the internet. You know, she's right. Following the Columbine shooting, Peggy Noonan wrote a column, and she said, you know, our kids are swimming in an ocean of filth. Water that's polluted with pornography and violence and sex and perversion. And it's time to clean up the water our kids are swimming in, to get drugs off the street, to get pornography off the internet. If I'm president, I'll fight to make sure that every computer that goes into a home has an internet filter where a parent can block pornography from coming into their home. And I'm also going to get behind my wife in her effort to communicate to kids all over this country. It's been her passion for a long time to make sure that kids understand that before they have babies, they should get married. That marriage comes first. So strong families. That's one reason we're such a great nation. Another is that we have a strong economy. I know our Democratic friends will be interested in taking more of your money so they can build government because they think that makes us a stronger nation, but they're wrong. The right way to build a stronger nation is to let you keep more of your money so you can invest in new technology and innovation. You can build our economy person by person. I want to keep our taxes down. By the way, I announced something yesterday that you may find interesting. I want to make sure that people who want to save their money can do it without having to get taxed when they save their money. So specifically, here's what I plan to do. If you make in your household less than $200,000 a year in income, $200,000 a year or less, then you ought to be able to save your money tax-free. No tax on interest, dividends, or capital gains. And that will allow you to save some money for retirement, or to save money for a down payment on a home, or to save money for a car, or whatever the heck you like. You save for whatever you think you'd like to save for. I was in Nevada talking about this, and I said, look, you could, with that kind of money, you could save for those things. And I said, I know that John Edwards, who's running for president, thinks you ought to be able to save $250 a year tax-free. I said, whoop-de-doo. All right, $250 is not going to buy a retirement. It's not going to buy a home. It's not going to buy a car. And Bill Dio, who was sitting there from Nevada, he piped up and said, it's not going to buy John Edwards a haircut either. So we're going to have a savings plan that helps people in this country save their money. So we'll have a stronger economy if we keep our taxes down and if we also get ourselves off of foreign oil. And then comes their stronger military. Let's not forget the fact that if we want to remain the hope of the earth, we're going to have a strong military to defend us and to defend our values. We have a number of families in this country right now that are making a huge sacrifice. They have loved ones that are in Iraq or Afghanistan. The surge in military strength is matched by a surge in sacrifice by a lot of families. I think it's time for us to show the surge of public support for those families and those military personnel as well. Let them know how much we appreciate their generosity. There's something about the American people and our willingness to show our love and respect for the men and women in our fighting forces. My niece, Misha lives in a community where if you buy a home and it's not landscaped, you have 1 year from the time you buy it to get it landscaped, or they start finding you because they don't want to have a big dirt pile in front of your house for over a year. Well, her husband, after they bought their house, her husband got called up and sent off to Iraq, and she didn't have the skill and so forth to landscape the yard, and it was getting close to that 1 year deadline, and she got up in the morning pretty early because she heard some noise. She looked outside, the whole neighborhood had gathered, and they put sod in her front yard, planted little trees, and put in flowers. There's something really great about the spirit of the American people, and we need to show that kind of outpouring of spirit and caring for the families of those that have got loved ones serving in Iraq and Afghanistan, and hopefully let them know how much we offer our prayers in their behalf and in behalf of getting those troops home as soon as they're able, but not before we've been successful. Well, I want you to know that there are going to be some people out there running for office this evening to tell you how bad things are, how frightful it is. There's no question we face real challenges, but America's up to it. I believe that our future is going to be brighter than our past, and I believe that because as you look around this country, you recognize we have all that it takes to overcome our challenges and to continue to be the nation that is the hope of the world. We have the financial resources we need, we have the technology we need, we have the innovative spirit we need, great institutions of higher learning, and the heart of the American people is well and strong. We need to make sure we have leaders that will tell us the truth and lay out the vision of where we have to go and actually lead. And I know there's some big challenges out there, but I'm convinced that this is a time when we're going to rise to the occasion as we have time and time again, time and time in the past. And if we do that, our future will indeed be bright for our kids and our grandkids. That's why I'm running. I didn't expect to be doing this. Look, I spent my life in the private sector. I haven't spent my life in politics. I've only been in 4 years, not enough to really get infected yet. So I've only been 4 years, and so I spent my life in the private sector. And you know, in the private sector, in the business world or in the farming world or in the service sector, if you just can talk, but you can't get the job done, you're going to get fired. It's time to have some people go to Washington that will actually get the job done. And that's what I intend to do. I don't care who gets the credit, Republicans or Democrats. I'm not worried about settling scores. I'm worried about getting the job done and getting America on the right track again. So I'm going to give every ounce of energy I've got to winning this campaign. It's going to start right here in Iowa. Change starts in Iowa. You're going to make it happen. You did it for me at the straw poll. I need you to do it again at the caucuses that are coming up soon. And I'm not going to forget Iowa and the help you provided to me and the help you provided to America. Thank you so very much.